So this video is for OCR GCSE Business Studies and it's looking at the lower marked questions. So what I mean by the lower marked questions is the questions with the command terms such as identify, state, explain, and there's less marks being awarded for these questions because you're achieving less of the assessment objectives. So some of these questions you might only be achieving one assessment objective, or the explain question you're achieving two. So after the multiple choice questions, you are always presented with a text, and in each section you'll get a new text where the questions are based on it. So this section is text 1 and it's boohoo.com. So the questions that we're going to look at to begin with is state. So when it's asking you to state, what it's pretty much asking you to do is get straight to the point, and it's simply testing your understanding of the key concepts. So obviously the more prepared you are, and the better your understanding is of the key concepts, then the more productive you're going to be. And you should be able to save time on these questions. Now, the lines give you a bit of an indication of how much you should be writing. But if you're writing line after line after line, then you're definitely writing too much and you're probably wasting time. So like I said before, get straight to the point, and actually less words the better. So, state 2 characteristics of an entrepreneur. Well, straight away, willingness to take risks and determination. Okay, job done. I've achieved the marks, got 2 marks, I can move on to the next question. Just straight to the point. The next one, state 1 advantage to a business of using social media to promote its products. Cheap promotion. There you go. Again, straight to the point. It's a valid point, it's a valid advantage. I don't need to write any more, so move on. State 1 disadvantage to a business of using social media to promote its products. It's easy to ignore. Again, I don't need to give reasoning. It's only asking me to state. Just write it straight away, get to the point, and then move on. So another example, and this time it's boots, and it's from another exam paper. And the question it's asking for is identify 2 external stakeholder groups of a business. Now, it's also worth pointing out that actually the case study gives you the answers, or they give you clues. So for example, if I go back to the case study, I should be able to identify 2 external stakeholders. So it says here in the very first sentence that they sell a range of medical, health and beauty products. Well, I should be thinking, okay, well, where do they get those products from? They must get them from suppliers, and therefore the supplier is a stakeholder. And in the next line it says customers visit to purchase. Well, again, customers, there's your external stakeholder. So straight to the point, suppliers, customers. I've achieved AO1A, I've got my 2 marks, and I can move on to the next question. So the next question that we're going to look at is explain, and we've gone back to boohoo.com. So it's explain how Boohoo may have expanded using organic growth. So what the question's asking you to do is explain. So you need reasoning as to why that's a valid point. It's asking you based on Boohoo, so you need your AO2 and your application. It cannot be about any generic business. And it's testing your understanding of organic growth. So again, internal growth strategies. Now, the explain and the understanding of organic growth is in AO1B, and Boohoo and your understanding of the situation is in AO2 for application. So I've read the case study and I've picked out the key strategy that they're using. They're now selling in over 100 countries, so they're developing new markets in new geographic markets in different countries. So they're selling the same products such as clothes, shoes and accessories, but they're no longer just selling in the UK. They're selling, for example, all over Europe, all over the Middle East and America, and so on. So my answer is simply going to be Boohoo organically grew by market development by selling their products in new geographic areas across the world. They now sell in over 100 countries, helping to increase sales globally. I've got my AO1B because I've shown understanding of organic growth and I've explained it. I've got my AO2 because I've talked about the 100 countries that they are now selling to. So this is another question on Boohoo, and it's another explain, and it's asking explain how Boohoo's objectives may have changed since 2006. So to begin with, I need to understand, well, what happened in 2006? Well, in 2006 it was started, and it was started by 2 entrepreneurs who had the idea of starting a business where customers could buy the latest fashions online. So straight away I'm thinking, well, in 2006 it was brand new, so they're probably trying to raise awareness and trying to build the brand up. But now, based on the question that I've just done, they're looking to organically grow. And they're obviously looking to increase sales. So I can use my answer to the question I previously did to actually help me with this answer as well, and this question. So my answer is, in 2006, Boohoo's objectives would be to establish a brand image as it was new, unknown business. So there's AO2 in that because I'm looking at what happened in 2006, but there's also AO1B because I'm understanding of what the objectives would have been when they very first started. So, however, now the brand is well known, Boohoo's new objectives will be to organically grow and increase profits by selling to more countries. So again, I've got my AO2 because I'm understanding the organic growth strategy. I've got my AO1B because I'm understanding that once your company is established in terms of brand image, you obviously look to grow. So I'd get my AO1B and my AO2 and I'd get the 2 marks.